go at the top button. Alright, hello guys, welcome to the third stream. Hopefully this one actually works. And you can go at the top button. Alright, hello guys, welcome to the third stream. Hopefully this one actually works. And hello, am I a bit louder now? Hello guys, welcome to the third stream. Hopefully this one actually works. Hello, am I a bit louder now? Hello guys. Okay, I'll just talk on max volume then. Third stream. Hopefully this one actually works. Hello, am I a bit louder now? Hello guys. Okay, I'll just talk on max volume then. Third stream. Hopefully this one actually works. Let me pause this so it's not like repeating forever. Hello, am I a bit louder now? Wait, no, I'm muting. I'll just mute the tab. That would be so much easier. So, what are we doing today? Today, we are making the official Max Steel Strength and Power tier list. Hold up. Yeah. Let's try my Discord. I'm not telling YouTube. No one's on YouTube set before the time is out. I was going to record episode 4 of Sonic Kingdom of Alan today, but Tozy, my bad, sorry. Tozy, started cooking his dinner an hour late. So yeah, he's not coming over anymore. The storm just started, so if it picks back up, I might use power, so if the stream randomly ends, that's why. Okay. I'll just wait a couple minutes. We can start. Right, we can start. Oh no, we can't start yet. I forgot to add Fissy to the tier list. I don't know how I forgot Fissy. Well, also random alternate, but we don't care about him. Fissy! Grass type, not Fissy. The strongest character in the series, by the way. Strongest character. I wonder how many disappointments I'll have with this. Okay. Restart. Okay, now Fissy. Get you in. Actually, there's a couple of comic characters I forgot about. I'll put them later. I can have that for later. I know I didn't say exactly. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. And I think the last 2 characters, well, I guess we're just for 4 comic characters too. I think that's it. Only 64 characters. Technically 63 in Max Steel. Something about that feels wrong, but 60 something. Is it? No. 63 including the 3 or 4 comic. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna only have 60 characters in this DS though for now. Go ahead. Don't worry, I'll show the camera soon. Okay? I'm just a bit yucca. No, wrong one. Wrong one. Okay. They used to speaking down. Oh, not you. Not you. Yes. Curious. Go. Okay. Okay. So all powers. Said all powers. Okay, thank you. No. YouTube. Open. Okay. Okay, I think I'm good. Let me just make sure I got the Agreed. Yep, you. I'm going to mixing thing. It is mixing it. Maybe one more minute. Chat. Maybe one more minute. I noticed how streams at 10 seconds behind. It makes sure my extreme crafts again. Do the crafts. No, I don't think it crafts. Okay. I didn't name this stream. Wait, hold up. I was gonna make this a normal mode video, but I'm gonna quit it. Let's make this a stream. I haven't did it in a while. So Minecraft F off. Max Steel. Is there anything with this on Twitch? Max Steel got nothing. Max Steel legit got nothing. Casual. Curious, I guess. These many tags as I can get. Max Steel. And let me add another notification. Oh, I'm gonna have one category, okay. And done. Okay. Is the stream gonna edit itself? Mixing, what do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, it edited. Okay, I did not have that word in my hair, buddy. Okay, let me fix my camera. Okay, is this good? I think this is good. And let me put this back up. Okay, I have this on top of an Avatrius and Mason multiple characters. You go to Machino and Morphos, because there's two versions of them, but yeah. These are the characters I have. Okay, mixing, can you hear me? Do I need to raise my volume up, or is this a good amount? I think this is good. I hope so. Yield here, using yield here. Orange ion. The human tier would be good. Okay, these are the 6 tiers. Human tier, Yo tier, mid tier, high tier, warrior, and alpha. Again, this is based off power, who's weakest and strongest, not off of who I personally like. Terax might be in the highest tier of strength, but he used to be in the bottom tier of deckability, okay? So yeah, of course, standard stuff. But if someone's, like for example, if someone's to the right and someone in the tier, I mean to the left of someone in the tier, they're stronger. In the tier above, they're usually beat the person. In the 2 tiers above, they'll be a domination. Standard rules. He didn't say anything yet, so I assume my voice is good. It was start. Let's start with human tier stuff. Obviously, these guys are human. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm just make sure this didn't mess with I'm gonna expand this actually. So human tier characters are obvious, and we put all the humans in no particular order. Nope, not you. Definitely not you. So, where's Forge? Forge? Hello? Do I not have Forge? Guys, I may have forgotten Forge. I may have forgotten Forge. Whatever, I'll add them later. Okay. These are the human tier characters. Obviously, Fissy's the bottom because he's a Fist. I'm gonna. Okay. So this is how I'll scale it. An Orcsian can be freaking beaten up by Kirby with a bat. Sydney I'll put above Kirby because Kirby's kind of a bum. Steel's above an average Orcsian, however, they'll be able to kill these two if they actually wanted to kill each other for some reason, I don't know. I'm gonna have it like this. Jefferson is above Cat. Forge would be above Jefferson because he beat him in the arm wrestle. And I'm pretty sure that Molly beat the Olchi and Forge. So Forge plus this guy, basically. And then Joy Winter beat Molly. Max, as a Tackling Hybrid, would be stronger Turtle Energy. And these guys jumped Max in his base form, not in human form, and basically beat him. He had to use Steel's help. Forge be in between Jefferson and Molly. Okay. I'm gonna refresh just in case the messages aren't coming in. I don't need my keyboard actually, I can just put it to the side. To the side. Okay, take a couple seconds anyway. Okay. So that's all the people in the human tier I reasonably see. Now for the Yo tier. An average Ultimate can probably go in this tier, I'm gonna say here. Like when it's already Ultimate. These are the humans without weapons, obviously. This guy bit the arm off of Fords and actually hurt Strength Mode Max. You can arguably put them above, but I don't know. I think Yo tier is probably best for that guy that was on the Macro Destroyer in Season 1. Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. You are a bum. You are a bum. Turbo. Can I grass an old snake without Yeda but one of Destroyer's spikes? But they also managed to harm Max, but they were able to destroy a Macro Destroyer, but it took like 50 of them. And they could tear apart the base against 50 of these guys. They're above average humans, but to like above humans, they pose no threat. So I'm honestly interchangeable steel for about. And then this is a general dreadnought above an average one. Honestly, about here. So not gonna answer me again, but I've already continued. How many minutes have it? 15 minutes. Cool, got it. So, oh, this big destroyer trying to become. I'll get to it later because it's interesting. Mortem in his zombie form. Easily the weakest version of Mortem, absolutely pathetic. He's barely above an average human. But only because he can suck his brainwaves. No. Okay. What am I doing? He scales above steel. What am I doing? Steel actually scales above Turbo because he freed him. He can blast through and destroy shreds where Turbo couldn't. He scales above Turbo. He scales POVs too because they can blast them apart consistently out of therapy as a general. Zombie Mortem might honestly scale above Steel for the only reason. No, physically he should be below Turbo in my opinion. But honestly, you can scale him all the way up here just with the sheer fact he has regeneration. That is the only reason he scales this time. He sucks. Jason Knott should honestly scale below Fords and honestly about here in my opinion. Or here. I can say he's here. In his human form, not his robotic form. Yeah. Uh, okay. Ooh, who's next? Chomp. I gotta scale Chomp, Prism, and Blast at the same time. They all suck. Citro and Base Max was able to beat these guys with mid difficulty. I know he have a turbo slasher and whatever. He used it on Dreader Top Shot, he'd be cooked. Okay? These guys suck. They barely scale above Base Max. Okay? Honestly, I have a hard time even putting him above this guy. He's above they're above average Ultrains, but above this guy, he's questionable. But yeah, these guys are absolutely pathetic. Turbolt. He's interesting. He should be above them, but Turbolt. I guess he was technically the hard metal Elementor. I mean, Mega Elementor, the strongest one, but not that good. I actually did not. I rewatched season 5. I did not rewatch season 2, episode 9. So I can't fully scale them. I mean, technically it's a video game, so he's down here, but I think he was in both Machina Invasion. I think he's about there. He scales below Toxon, but I'm not sure by how much. So I'll keep it there for now. Human Mortem, honestly, is way above Whispers and Mortem just by having no feats. First of all, he was able to one-shot Jim, which is stronger than Fords. Base Max absolutely dominated Fords, and Zim probably scales to him in base, and not slightly above that. I'd say Zim in base scales to Max in base, and you know, Mortem one-shotted him easily. Like, I know Max's Turbo Suit adds a slight durability amp, but probably not by that much. Really, all this is durability trait, not really. So these guys couldn't really kill Max, and he was just using his base single weapon. I know Citro was there, but Blast just lost to Max overall. Versus Mortem that one-shotted someone that's relative to Max in that form. So he scales above them. Honestly, I'm arguing putting him at the top of the tier, to be honest. Jason Knott in his robot form, and not to Pestua, that's Rain. Toxina, yes. In Mordekami, I meant to grab her at him actually. They're at minimum at the top of the tier. Minimum. In fact, I'll argue putting them in a higher tier. These two fought and are relative, and they're both above base max from beating them. But they're also below Citro. Citro should be like one-shotted, or nearly one-shotted. Not so. And Mordekami just scales to not. So I'm comfortable putting these two at the top of this tier. But to be fair, we did like a one-shot base max and more than one shot so on. That's again relative to base max, so slightly weaker, slightly stronger, whatever. So yeah, I was going more than top of this tier, and not and more to call me right below. Oh yeah, we also have the copper shots. I know a lot of you probably forgot about him, but the copper shots straight up bullied Prism, and it was kind of overpowering Max in strength and fight at the same time. Max only got away because Prism lost grip because he has horrible hands, or if you can even call them hands. Uh, Sideshow is above Knot. He blasted him once and he fell down the skyscraper. Took a lot of damage, and the part of that's from a fall, but he would be above Knot in my opinion. Toxina? Probably below Sideshow. I know, probably relative. Toxon is above Sideshow. He one-shotted Sideshow. In episode 17. Then we scale the Elementors. I'm gonna grab all of them right here. Well, the main four, anyway. I'm grabbing the main four. Okay, he's still recording. Good. Sean Yin? What are you talking about? Bro saying Ben 10 Souls, Max Steel. Obviously, Ben beats Max Steel. I actually made a video of Ben 10 versus Max Steel, like 2 years ago almost. On my birthday in 2023, I think it was, or 2024. I made a video Max versus Ben 10. I ranked Max Steel and he still lost. I will make another Ben 10 versus Max Steel video though, of him running a gauntlet to the verse to see how far until he stops. Earth, okay. I've been waiting to talk about Fraud Elementor because dang, he sucks. People will be saying Fire is weakest, no, Earth is weakest. Fire was overpowering Max in strength mode in episode 1, then the next episode, where Max had got an extra 5 minutes worth of training, he bullied Earth Elementor. So Fire is above Earth by a decent amount. He was able to bully Earth, in my opinion. Physically, he's stronger. And Earth beat Sideshow. He stepped on Sideshow. Straight up. No, he didn't step on Sideshow. He stepped on Knot and basically one-shotted him. Oh, Sideshow made him scared. I think he just hit Sideshow. I think he just hit him. Boy, you leaving already? Interesting. Well, I guess he still has to cook. But yeah, he hit Sideshow in episode 12 if it wasn't beat him. He is above Sideshow, but Fire Elementor is definitely above him. Water Elementor is above him too, because I like this art of being unquantifiably stronger than Strength mode. He one-shotted Strength mode. He one-shotted it in episode 7. And then Toxon one-shotted Strength mode several times. He one-shotted him in episode 11. He one-shotted him in episode 4, his debut episode. In episode 6, Sideshow in that was basically a badass. And in this version of Sideshow one-shotted Strength mode. Now this picture is from Team Turbo Sideshow, but I'm basically using a Sideshow from after episode 6 to the end of season 3, basically. Oh, but yeah, that version of Sideshow would be on par with Water Elementor. It will be BBO because you can't kill him. But we both one-shotted him, but Toxin was above that Sideshow one-shotted him, so I would say Toxin's slightly stronger than Water Elementor and should be the top of this tier in my opinion. Then Gone. and Ragnarok. Ragnarok might be physically above Vengon, but Vengon bullied him. Now their scaling is weird because Max doesn't really use any mode other than Flight in this in the episode Ragnarok appeared, but he Vengon does beat Flight mode and arguably scales to Strength mode. He never actually fights like any of the Elementors. I mean, he fights Ultimate Elementor and uses because it's Ultimate Elementor. I think he scales above Sideshow, and he bullied Ragnar with his teleportation. Basically, Ragnar's would be above, but Vengon did exactly win. And Ragnar did beat a version of Urka Elementor. I'm not sure if it's as strong, but he did beat a version of him pretty casually. So I would put him above these two, Vengon above him. We could say Vengon's above Water Elementor, but I'm not sure. Of course, he never fought Toxon, so I can't say anything about that. So actually, I'll probably scale them about there. This guy, the final guy in the mid tier, in my opinion. I'm not sure. When Extruder had access to him, he was a big threat, but of course Extruder is much stronger than any Nicole he destroys. But, you know, he also basically fused with this guy, but also got laid out by a single powerful Turbo Blast. So I can't scale him that high. He's above Sideshow. I think he may have one-shotted Sideshow, I don't remember. He's definitely above him, though. I'll put him here. Fight mode also one-shotted. I mean, not fight mode. Air Elementor also one-shotted. Tranquil, the more casually AR could one-shot him. But due to the fact he's made out of air, I don't think anyone's gonna touch him. I'll put you right here. Who else? Oh, this guy's here. I'm gonna grab you as well. You. And you. Okay. So this is a high tier. I'm gonna scale over later. So Extroyer. Extroyer actually goes way above this now that I think about it, same as Tempestor. So Crashtech could have easily bully and beat Quest we one shot, but easily bully Toxon in his orange form, which is physically relative to like his base form. So Crashtech is way above this. Then Toxon, after he got his oil power up, which is his strongest power ups, and it's like the radiation one will go below Crashtech. Him and his oil power up was able to overpower and was surprisingly able to kill Crashtech until Crashtech got bigger, much stronger. It could overpower Toxon. So yeah. So I was feeling like this. Both of them have no way of killing Air Elementors. It doesn't matter if you think they're physically above Air Elementor. They cannot kill him. He's literally made out of air. So I scale him right there. Extroyer, Dread, Rapiera, and Diffusions. As well as Kamara mode Extroyer. Thanks to everyone left, okay. So, okay. The reason why I have Extroyer so high. Where'd I put Dread? Put Dread somewhere. Are you in high tier? Get up here. Warrior tier. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna add a tier above this actually. But the reason why they're so high is because Cannon mode in episode 22 of season 1 was used 3 times. The first time basically one-shotted Fire Elementor. The first time pushed all of them back. The second time one-shot fire elemental. And the third time, Max said he was basically low on energy, and now he used every aspect of energy he could to overpower Air Elementor, and he still overpowered him in 3 seconds. That's when Cannon Mode really weakened. So I used to be 3 times above it, in my opinion, not more. So the Cannon Mode is far above Air Elementor, right? And then in the next episode, several weeks later, we have Ultimate Elementor, which one-shot a Cannon Mode just by pulling up Walk. Like, not by doing anything, just by pulling up, just by defending himself one-shot a Cannon Mode to like that. His base form armor was broken. That's the only other time we saw that was when Toxon did it, and that's because of radiation. So yeah, he's far above the Air Elementor. I would say well over a one-shot gap above him, maybe even 2 one-shot gaps. And then in the next episode again, we'll have Extroyer in his T-Rex form, which in terms of striking power, Steel Set is greater than anything we've ever faced before. So in IE's terms of strength, Extroyer is above Ultimate Elementor. And in terms of speed, I would think so too. Due to other modes like kind of Snake, but definitely his Gorilla mode, which both of them is able to react to speed mode. Of course, Steel wasn't plugged into Max when he was fighting Snake Destroyer, so you could argue he's a bit slower than full power or full speed mode. But Destroyer in his Gorilla mode is fighting full power speed mode at his max speed, and while he was still slower, could still tag him more consistently than anyone in the verse besides Dread and Machino. And of course, Elementor just should have gone blitzed by speed mode badly in his first appearance. So, as mode's faster and mode's stronger than Ultimate Elementor, so I would think he'll be able to squeeze a victory. The only advantage this guy has is multiple elements of use at once. He can fly, and the only mode Destroyer has that can fly is his weakest one. And of course, Chimera mode is interesting. This is 3 episodes after Chimera mode, so you could say they're more powerful. Okay, there's 2 ways to go about this. We could say Max never directly fought Chimera mode, and by the time he got Steel back, I'm sure I couldn't use it anymore. So we could say that statement means nothing with Chimera mode, and he should be above T-Rex. Or you could say that because Steel was plugged into Destroyer, which gave him Chimera mode, he knows how strong it is, so T-Rex would be above it. Either way, it's close. There's arguments for either side. But honestly, I would have to say T-Rex being above Chimera mode. And stuff like that. And Ultimate Elementor probably being above him too, since he reconstituted himself and started working together. They're more powerful than anything they faced, I'm pretty sure. So honestly, I was put it like this. Dread? Dread's interesting. On his own, he has no feats of one-shotting strength mode, so I'm going to say that, then he's like here. But in this season 2 form, when he got stronger faster than before, he had like blitz speed mode, so he's the fastest character here. And even later on, in episode 10, he can react to speed mode. So even if he's not a blitzer anymore, he's still reactive, and so yeah, he's blitzing Ultimate Elementor. And arguably a bit faster, so I don't think it's really inconsistent due to how little he uses this form. Now, he only fights Ultimate Elementor once. He was going to fight him in Season 1, but not stop them. But you could say it could be a close fight because he did feel that he could at least fight him. But in Season 2, he reacted to Ultimate Elementor's Lightning and base, used not as a steel, and transformed and in one blast knocked him back. And for the next 10 seconds, you don't see him move at all. So you could just argue he one-shotted Ultimate Elementor. You could argue that if not he overpowered him and reacted to his fastest attack in base. if not, if I say base should be faster than people like flight mode. So base dread is faster than Vengard without the portals, Toxon, most people get that. But honestly, I would put him above these two. He's faster than these two. He's faster with speed mode, which is faster than any form Exoria has. He arguably once started Ultimate Elementor, which Exoria in his strongest form is vaguely above, and his second strongest to honestly be closer to Toxon. Now, talk about base Dread, in my opinion. Base Dread is in between Fire and Earth Elementor. Season 1 Amped Dread is like here. But Season 2 Dread, top of Warrior tier, in my opinion. Now to Puxra and Rafaela. They're honestly relative, but where is he? Did I not have Firestorm Elementor here? I could have swore I put Firestorm. Give me this check. Where's Firestorm? Huh. Well, I'm about to put Firestorm. Hold up. And also Force too. Firestorm Elementor. Now Force. I don't know how we get there. I feel Force is there the whole time. I just don't notice. And now I'm just going to... Boom. You're not seeing what I'm about to do. 38 minutes. It might be just like a 1 hour stream, and that's it. Okay. Downloads. I can't blame myself for forgetting Firestorm, to be honest. He literally has, canonically, 24 seconds of stream time. Made a whole new model with 24 seconds of stream time. I don't think I'm missing anyone else. That should be good. Yet. And we stick you in. Boom. Okay. There we go. Now they're here. Boom. Okay. Forge. Did you say before? He's here. No. No. Here. Firestorm. Honestly, he's kind of interesting. Obviously above air, fire, and earth, because they make them. Of course, below this guy, because he doesn't have water. And talk about beginning of season 4 of BO, because he's going to beat them up. And they weren't doing much damage to him, but we talk about season 5 and later, they have a new forms. Like in the forms that their pictures are in right now. I'm not sure. They got unquantifiably stronger. But I think we can only beat them working together, and individually, I'm not sure. You could argue that Dread's dead by season 5, so they did manage to kill him, but that's definitely with Max's help, so yeah. Plus there's Sideshow too. There's Sideshow. So. That's weird. This is Hydro Flame. I do not see him being any further than here. And then Air and Earth are going to call him above Hydro Flame, because Air is above all the other elementals. And then let me just add a tier above. You'll see what this tier will be in a second. Yeah, sure. This tier, this forever tier, should now be called the Mega Link tier. And these guys are significantly above everyone below them, but significantly below everyone above them. So 7 tiers in total. So of course, Metal Elemental goes. I forgot another character, Zelak. No. Actually, first, Dread. They have another Dread. I'm gonna say this is Season 1 Dread. Wait. No, this is actually Dread from Season 3, and this is Season 1 Dread. So, Season 1 Dread goes like here. Season 2 Dread goes here. Originally, I played like 2 or 3 characters this tier, but I ended up thinking a lot more. Okay, there's one more, right? Yeah, you guys. The powered up Ultimates. The powered up ones. Okay. These guys are powered up at Terra Energy, got unquantifiably stronger, but applied stronger effects than Storm Elementor. We could honestly put them below Ultimate Elementor, but I'm not sure how much. Actually, you could put them like here if you wanted to. At bare minimum, they're here, but we could go up here. Metal Elementor is here because he one-shotted Ultimate Elementor. Zelak, if he was in this list, would be right below Metal Elementor because, well, all the Elementors are afraid of him, but he does absolutely nothing. So, like, honestly, you can just scale him to Ultimate Elementor if you want, but I'm just going to scale him to Mega Elementor to be generous. Of course, Mega Elementors will never one-shot gap above him. He does redirect Fire Elementor's fire, which burned the hell out of Metal Elementor. Of course, Super or Ultimate, Super or whatever you want to call this guy, is just all. His Metal Elementor is rubbing all the other ones while Terra Amp, so he's the top of this tier. Now the Alpha tier. These are the most obvious characters to be the top. Not Prism. I know why I picked him. Okay. Hey, remember, I first created this list like 2 years ago, but yeah, it was so hard to do. Like, I spent like weeks figuring out, oh, who's stronger between like these guys. But Alpha tier gave me the most trouble. This guy's up here because he one-shotted this guy. Could honestly just scale me right here for one. Honestly, I don't know. I'm scaling him here. Now, Machino, Mortem, and Terrax, they give me the most amount of trouble when I hit. Now, this guy's applied to be above Mega Elementor because he's a harder threat, but we don't know by how much. Could say he's below this guy, I don't know. Or actually, they took him out. No, this guy actually gave a stronger version of Capuxua and Rapiera. It was also a harder fight than this guy did. We also had Max, but Max is in Prime, which You can't scale Turbo Prime anywhere above mid tier, or like the bottom of high tier. So yeah. So honestly, I'm fine just going this version of Mortem here. Machino, Mortem, and Terrax is relative in my opinion. Zim was probably below Machino. First of all, let me get these versions out of the way. Let me get another one of Machino, Terrax, and Morphos. Since we have them here. Okay. This picture I got was from the finale of season 2 when he's being crafting with Max and Zim. And this is from, I think, an intro of the season 2 intro, I think so. Or somewhere in the beginning of season 2. So talk about beginning season 2 Machino, or mid season 2. I think he's above Zim, because Zim is implied to need the Turbo Shard to beat him, but he can still hurt him. He's probably above this version of Max. Maxino. So it was questionable. But of course, Turbo Rocket basically beat this version of Machino up, arguably one-shotting him. Machino came back stronger than Rocket Mode, so he's of course much stronger than that. This guy needed Turbo Mega Mode to beat, and he's above all the guys. It depends how much stronger things has gone between season 4 and 5 to say how much stronger it is than Super Elementor. I mean, this should go with what they say. He's like above Morphos, but I'm not scaling him above Morphos. You can honestly scale him in between these two versions. I don't know, it's a bit weird. Terrax, I'm talking about the first episode of season 5, or the first movie of season 5. He's arguably above Morphos. But that's about the best I'll scale on that. For an example, I'll scale like no. I'll honestly scale like Rocket Mode to this version of Terrax from Turbo Charge, so not slightly above. Like, Rocket Mode scales above Terrax to the point that Machino scaled above Rocket Mode. Basically. And then this Terrax is stronger than Max in the end of Season 5, which one-shotted him with Turbo Armor Mode, which proved because he needed Turbo Devastation to beat him, which is him plus a Turbo Car. And he basically only two-shotted him because of him getting enraged, but even bare minimum, Max needed 2 hits to one-shot Terrax now, to beat Terrax now, but previously a weaker version of him beat him in 1 hit, no extra help from the car. So he's at bare minimum, and he got injured to a lesser extent, arguably. So he's at bare minimum over twice as strong as he was before. I would honestly scale. I have how was it a weak Terrax. I would scale Terrax above Machino, Mortem below Machino. But yeah, that's how I would scale. I would talk about Donna Morphos. He's above Machino. He's probably to be a bigger threat. But like how much I don't know. You could honestly just say he's above this version of Machino. But I don't know how hard you can enforce that. He's likely above, even though he only fights Train from Fight Mode, because don't want to absorb more modes. He basically killed Max if it was for a Turbo Chamber. You could argue he's above stuff like Nova Mode, but the Machinos are, can keep up with and injure. You could argue above Titan Mode too. I would actually say Morphos is above this guy to an extent. Above Terrax, it depends on how far you think Turbocharged Terrax is above Machino Strikes Machino. I don't know. But in terms of maximum Morphos, a Cannon Spike beat this version of him in 2 or 3 hits, and then completed Morphos one-shotted Max and Dread at the same time. So yeah. So he's over a one-shot gap above his previous self and above every other villain. In terms of these 3, I don't know really how much you can quantify above. I guess scaling to like Mega Elemental and stuff, you can argue Final Form Mortem, since he's a one-shot gap above his previous self, which poses a much bigger threat compared to Mega Elementor. Did you know we did him in his weak spot? Team Turbo dealt with him in seconds compared to this guy that dealt with them in like a minute. Pretty easily. Now in terms of durability, he's pathetic. Like ultra pathetic. Like base Dread and Toxon could probably injure him, but his strength is pretty impressive and his regeneration makes up for his lack of durability. So he's far above Mega Elementor, just unquantifiably. Machina was also far above Mega Elementor. Max in Canon and then basically one-shotted. It got one-shotted just by ramming into Machina. I know technically Ultimate Elementor one-shotted Cannon mode too, but one, this is a much stronger Cannon mode, and two, not even from an attack or defense, from him attacking Machina that was already down, he got injured and one-shotted, basically. You could argue him to be one-shot after with Mega Elementor, not he's significantly above. And then Mortem's one-shot gap above this version. Even if Machino's one-shot gap above Mega Elementor, this guy's above Bashwood, so he's above Machino. Terrax did worse against a stronger Team Turbo. Honestly, you could just argue he did beat Leaving Daylight sort of them, so you can just say the relative down above. And then this version of Terrax is between 2 times and over 1-shot gap above this version. Compared to Morphos that's at best and many times above Machino. You could argue 1-shot through Zorbson because he steals our energy, but that's mainly just from stealing the energy, not really through actually like 1-shotting them. So I would argue that Terrax from Turbo Warrior is stronger than Dawn Morphos, but Max Morphos is much stronger than him. In terms of Max himself, with his strongest modes, with this he easily beat Mortem. Honestly, I think Mega Mode is kind of relative to Titan Mode, so I would scale him here, and of course Max goes at the top of this list. Easily. That's where he'll go. I would never explored it, I wouldn't scale that. I think this is pretty good. You could honestly scale this guy even above him if you want, but I'm not going to. I think this is pretty good. In terms of Green Max, am I still recording? Yeah. Oh, hey Sonya, you back? Hello. Eh. What do you mean T-Rex? Hey. I think someone texted me. No, no one texted me. Green Max will honestly go below Dawn Morphos Marcos. This is how I used to scale them. Morphos above Machino, Mortem above Morphos, Terrax above Mortem. Like every villain getting stronger, and I used to think like that. And try to watch Casual Prince 8's reaction to the first movie of Season 5 and said, Season 3 Max would beat up Terrax, and I'm like, No, and then we prove you otherwise. And otherwise, oh, wait, we have no feet to prove Terrax is above that. So, yeah. Now this is the total year. So I have humans here, with all the garbage. Especially this guy, he's father. Low tier. I think he's pretty accurate. Mid tier. Again, pretty accurate. High tier. High tier is very small. I feel like high tier should be bigger than that. High tier is a 3. Let me check my list. And Toxon and Warrior tier? We originally had this guy here. Toxon and Warrior tier. This is his strongest mode by a lot. But I'm not sure how strong it is, and also I don't think he can beat Elementor or Air Elementor because he can't for air as he hits him in this core. I don't know, I think this is pretty good. I think this is a pretty good tier. Or is Mega, Zorak could be the bottom of the Mega U tier. We have 3 people from a comic. The Maxo Comics. The first one I'm not sure about. But the final one? No, the final one is Zorak. The second one with the 3 heroes. Honestly, they're ranked below Dread. We got their powers from Dread. I'll probably put them in at the mid tier. They got bullied by Dread, I think. Yeah. Right above Sideshow's are put a mid tier. With the 3 heroes in the second Maxo comic. And with the new Intech agent in the first comic. Like, relative to Forge, I guess. Why did I put Forge below Jefferson? Why did I do that? Yeah. This, for anyone that watched Max Steel, this is the official Max Steel Strength and Power tier list. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any complaints or anything you think should be changed. And yeah. No. I'm gonna add one. Nah. I think this is good. Next time I might scale Max's turbo modes in the middle of this, but I think this is good for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. And now I'm going to end the stream. And now I'm going to wait till the 1 hour mark and then end stream there. 1 hour mark. I'm planning on returning to this again and adding each of Max's turbo modes here. Maybe 2 here. I can add a multi-continental planetary how strong they are phosphorus. I hope you guys enjoy. 50 seconds of silence. Who just texted me? Well, great from the group chat I don't care about. Nice. Nice. You're not fool you guys are doing. Okay. It would be fun if you guys just couldn't hear me at the end all the time. Oh yeah, one more announcement. If you're not in my Discord, Animal Kingdom is returning. But join my Discord, I'll be posting updates about that. It'll be returning relatively soon. Don't have an exact release date yet, but I have an idea of when. But if you want to know, like, of the lanes, join the Discord. I'll be talking about all my series. And Sonic Kingdom Episode 4 should be coming soon. So I actually passed 1 hour mark. That sucks. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. But for the final time, see you in a couple of days.